Welcome back to MrSealyp on Tour, Farm Visits, Episode 4. Welcome back to MrSealyp on Tour. I am back on Crest Valley on SealyEG's farm after our exploits yesterday on Alien Jim's farm. Another big thank you to him. We had a cracking time over there. I want to begin with a disclaimer, an apology, or whatever you want to call it. I had a message left yesterday by Callum Throw. Now, I'm not sure at the moment. I haven't had a reply from him. I'm not sure if it was meant in a light-hearted way or if he was genuinely annoyed. But it was kind of comment along the lines of, it's a bit of a rip-off that I'm doing this. Now, I did say in the very first episode, this was never my idea. Doing the farm visits was not my idea. That was Callum Throw's. He did it on his farm first, I think on Farming Simulator 15. He did 5 or 6 episodes, I think it was 6 episodes of Tuesday Travels, and I did say that, was very clear. Go over, have a look, they're great. It was never my intention to rip him off, and also, I mean, it was nearly a year ago that he last posted some, and he did message me a while ago saying would I do a collaboration. Now, I understand if he's annoyed, and I apologise for that. I do apologise. I did explain to him why, and I did explain to you all why, that I couldn't get anybody to access my multiplayer. So the only way I could get around that was going onto other people's multiplayers, and that to me just seemed like a visit. You're doing a farm visit, you're visiting other people's farms. Realistically, any multiplayer you do, whoever's hosting that multiplayer, everyone else is visiting their farm. The fact I've given it a name and then the MrSealyp on Tour, I can understand why Callum's annoyed. Okay, so for the time being, I'm not going to visit anyone else's farm. SealyEG, I'll do. She's my daughter. Everyone's aware of that. I'll drop onto her farm. We're just doing multiplayer, but it's been given a name. I have left the ball in the court of Callum, and I know people will comment. And this is the other thing I want to say very, very strongly. I do not want anybody dropping onto his channel, going over there, having a go at him. You know, it's totally unnecessary. You know. I completely understand why he might be annoyed. Now, he might not be annoyed. It might have just been a tongue-in-cheek comment, and I am waiting to see if I get a reply from him. But I have left it that if he feels very, very strongly that I've stolen his idea, then I will stop, and I won't do any more. Now, you may agree, disagree, you may be cross, you may not be cross, you may feel that I've got every right to carry on, and you know, when you look at rights and all that kind of stuff, of course I've got every right to carry on. At the end of the day, it was his idea, he did it first. Other people will copy good ideas. That's, you know, it's one of those highest forms of praise, isn't it? Being mimicked by somebody or copied shows they like you and what you do. The first person that ever put out a Let's Play, how many people have done Let's Plays since then? It's a cracking idea. Of course people are going to take those ideas. But I can understand if he's annoyed. Morally, it may be wrong, even if realistically, he couldn't stop me doing it, but I feel very strongly that if he is annoyed and if he really is angry about it and wants me to stop, then I will. That doesn't mean I will stop doing multiplayer games or MrSealyp on Tour with SealyEG.
Yay!
As far as I'm concerned, yeah, I am more than entitled to do that with one of my own children. That will not stop. So for that reason, today's episode, we are back here on Crest Valley. I know SealyEG's been incredibly busy. It is now 5:49 in the morning. She's been doing a lot on fields. We both did a bit of stuff off screen yesterday. We were clearing up the rest of the bales. We were finishing off the silage harvest over on field 20. That's all been shipped over to the biogas plant over there. Has been compacted and is now fermenting. So a lot has been going on. So as we do these every now and again, you're probably going to see a few changes. I know it's, for some people, it's not a particularly interesting map. It's Crest Valley. We're back on that. It's not something highly different, but from what I gather from the people that are watching, they're kind of watching more for the dynamic between myself and SealyEG, what we're doing rather than where we're doing it, if that makes sense. But anyway, enough of that. That's all of it. I just wanted to get that out there and make it very, very clear. That's the situation. That's what's happening. We will see from here what happens. I'm jumping into my lovely Massey 8737. I'm going to head down to the main farm, making sure I'm on the correct side of the road for the US. And I believe we've got some harvesting to do today. We've got to do some checking on the animals. She's got quite a few sheep now. I think she's up to about 22 sheep, if I'm correct.
Yes, correct. All the names.
All the names that have been suggested. She's making sure she's got enough sheep to match up with the amount of names that have been suggested. So, we are back at the main yard, and I notice... she said she would do this. She would wait somewhere.
I found how to get up here, and I love it.
And she's she's for some reason decided that whenever we play, she's going to find somewhere else. It's not really like you can hide. You've got a whacking great big name above you, but she'll find somewhere to go, and yeah. But I noticed something very fancy.
Yes.
We'll just park here.
Any purchase?
Oh, Challenger.
Yeah.
What we got? MT875E. That's the biggest engine size for that.
Yeah.
And what's that running at? What horsepower is that?
Oh, let me have a look for you.
It's got to be what, 600 and something?
646.
646 horsepower.
Crazy, isn't it?
Very nice.
Yeah, and also I got a case option
Oh, you bought a case Optum.
for the pigs.
Auto pause. Not auto pause, auto save. I say that every single time. It's because on my screen it's saying game is paused. Right, okay, so you've got an Optum as well. Fantastic. Right, so what am I going to do? Shall I grab one of the harvesters and head over to... all these fields here around your farm, they all need doing as well, don't they?
Yes.
What are all these? These canola or
so
soy?
we can set one on field 31 like we're planning, and maybe one here.
Okay, what I'll do, I'll start here. Shall I do? I'll do a bit of canola here, and then when I've done a bit of canola, I can always set a worker, and then we'll take the other harvester over to 31. Unless you want to,
Yes, that sounds good.
Whatever you want to do.
Sounds great.
This is your show.
Let's grab the blue power to.
You can have part these close together, don't you?
Yeah.
So I was hoping I can get out without touching. I shouldn't have opened that, should I? Just realised if I can get out without touching the other one, and it was close. So if I open the header, that's not the harvester. That puts the pipe out, and I would have hit it.
I really want to try doing a silage harvest, but getting loads of Fleagle trailers and like connecting them.
Fleagles. What, the Fleagle bull trailers?
Yeah.
So do like a big old daisy chain of Fleagle bull trailers.
Yeah, because I remember seeing you do that on 15.
I did it on 15. That was. Yeah. See, that was back in my days of going mad. I think every section of the map had 2 or 3 harvesters. It had every single tractor had. Well, sorry, every implement had a tractor. That was when I had a lot of issues with my my game kept crashing, and I couldn't work out why it had crashed. And the reason was I'd absolutely gone way over the limit of what the PS4 at the time was capable of dealing with, because there wasn't a slot limit or anything like that originally on 15, and it just went to pieces. So then that's when I decided to go a bit more sedate and a bit more, I use the word realism with a pinch of salt, because I know as Daggerwin has found and is finding to his cost, that his original videos that we absolutely loved and used to watch all the time, he did it as realistically as he possibly could, and he ran the bale mods, and he ran is the straw swath set on? No, hang on 1 second.
You can't set straw swath on this, can you?
Oh, I'm thinking it's wheat. It's not, is it? Of course not. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and he had, I mean, so many of the different mods. He had the one where, what was it called? Where you had to do the different fertilising, and you had to do herbicides, and it was not ground control. I'm trying to think what it was called. Anyway, regardless. And he kind of moved away from that a little bit, and he has been criticised a lot. You know, he's the benchmark, isn't he? Let's be honest. The Uber farming simulator YouTuber, let's be honest. He's got a ton of subscribers, and for very, very good reason. So yeah, when I say realism and realistic, using sensible amount of farm equipment that a normal farm would have, as opposed to having 50 tractors and 12 harvesters, and the stuff that I was running was just ridiculous. I mean, crikey. Crazy stuff, wasn't it? So yeah, I think what she was referring to, I was doing a silage harvest. I had the Chrome Big X 1100, and I think at one point I was pulling 11 or 12 legal bulls. I mean, it was just stupid. It was literally a train of trailers, Like.
I also downloaded the Homer. Well, I already had the Homer, but I put it onto this map.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I might play that.
Fantastic. This actually is going quite well. Was this? Oh, because you're running no ploughing and one fertiliser state, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember when I first started doing Gold Crest Valley, what the yield off these was. It was only ever about 5,000 litres or something, wasn't it? Or am I thinking 9,000? It was never particularly high off these first fields, no matter what you did on them.
I remember when we first came onto the game and how much workers cost, because obviously you didn't have enough, like at the start, like money-wise.
Yeah.
And then they cost so much, because I remember playing it before you got back from holiday, and I set a worker and all my money was gone from just doing one thing.
That's right, because FS17, we were in the Lake District on holiday, or I was in the Lake District with my lovely wife on holiday, and it was due out the day before we came home. So because we'd paid for the what was it called? Was it Premium Edition or whatever it was called? That came with the season pass, and it was set to automatically download. It downloaded, and you were actually playing it before I got home and got a chance to actually get on it. I was gutted.
It's crazy.
It was. You think the amount of hours we've thrown into this game since then?
Oh, mine's a lot.
Yeah,
But
terrifying.
yours must be huge.
Well, actually, after we played on this the other day, I went back onto my save game for Gold Crest Valley, and I've got 200 and something hours on that one, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
And then I dread to
Because
think with all the other Let's Plays. So.
Because you started on 15, and then I got bored one day, and we went into town really late, and we were like, okay, we're going to get 15 for me. And then we did, and then I only played on this Bridge Hills, and that had like 100 hours, and
You
were
loved
supposed to
that.
play with me.
Yes, that's right. We kept going on. That was in the good old days on 15, when you did silage harvest, the silage sold for ridiculous sums of money.
I'd wake up every morning after staying up till 4 o'clock, and then you would be like selling silage, because you're like, oh yeah, I did just a silage harvest, and now I put some to mint or whatever, and then now I'm selling this one. I was like, oh my god.
That was in the
yeah. A new harvester or something.
But that was in the good old days. I'm just going to jump into the store menu. That was in the days when you bought the forage harvesters, that the forage harvester headers, these ones here, the Easy Flow 300 or whatever, they would actually collect straw swaths, and they would turn those into chaff as well. So we did a lot of fields of wheat, didn't we? Because one of the quickest ways of chaffing was actually to do a wheat harvest and then collect up the straw swath with one of these. But they changed it for 17, and that doesn't work. The only thing these will pick up is mine's gone blank. Grass now, grass windrows, which I don't know. I mean, I suppose technically, if that's what they do, that's what they do. But these ones are the grass cutters. And if you've got a loading wagon you're running, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it was very frustrating.
I don't get why the headers still on the game though if you can't do it.
Well, I think the people do still use them, and they'll do the grass swaths, and then they'll just pick up the grass and turn that into almost like a big sort of hoover, really. But I don't know. I mean, when you think, we've said this numerous times now, when you think everything we've gained as console gamers on 17, to the very few, I mean, real minor things that we've lost, we've gained far more, haven't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We are, as a species, quick to complain, but we have gained a huge amount in this game. 8,000. I'm not going to be far off 9,000. I was pretty much right, wasn't I? I think it's about 9 something. Might be a little bit more. We are nearly there. Happy days.
They crashed your train.
So we are very lucky at the moment because it is school holidays. because we're both off. So the problem we've got then is in about, what, a week, just over a week's time. Sorry, am I keeping you up?
No, I'm crying.
Oh, you was crying, I thought you were
back.
yawning. Yeah, in just over a
No.
week's time we're back to school. And I know, before people, I know I'm incredibly lucky to have the summer holidays off, I totally understand that. But we've had a lot of opportunity to play together and that kind of thing. But when we go back to school, you're in the grip of GCSEs, aren't you? Yeah, your GCSE years. Now, I want to do this without... Yeah. I always press the wrong button and jump to another vehicle. Made sure I pressed the right one that time. Am I unloading into the Joskin?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah, once we're back at school, I think we're both going to be incredibly busy, so how often we'll be able to come on together, I'm not too sure after that, but we will try.
Yes.
I'm hoping that she will agree to do this with me. I'm hoping that when the West Coast comes out, I am going to message Bullet Bill actually, and I've never done this before, but I'm going to message Bullet Bill and ask permission to do a Let's Play on the West Coast. That seems to be the kind of accepted, or the acceptable thing to do. But what I'm hoping is that you'll come over and do a few on there with me. Oh no, we can't. We might have to set up a map in yours.
Yeah, and then do it together.
Oh, I'm not sure that's going to work. Yeah, I'm just thinking, so I've had an idea for how I want the Let's Play to run, and it's a little bit different to normal.
What is that?
Well, I'm not going to explain yet because I'll give away my idea.
Oh, okay.
But another thing I'm truly gutted about was when I watched the first look videos. I don't know if I've mentioned this, I think I might have already done. If I apologise if I'm repeating myself, but when Daggerwin and all the Simulate and who else did I watch? Eustace Farmer, quite a few different people doing their first look map tours on there. The footpath signs and the footpaths. The first thing I said to SealyEG was, what would be so cool to do would be just an episode where you walk around the footpaths. You just do an episode of hiking around the map to see the sights and stuff. And then blow me, I think it was, I don't know, 2/3 of the way into Daggerwin's first look, he said exactly the same thing. And I thought, I can't believe that. And I'm pretty sure on Bullet Bill's site, he messaged the other day that somebody, one of his kind of game players, one of the people that kind of tests his maps, map testers, that's the word I was looking for, has gone in and actually put, almost like on an ordnance survey map, little white dotted lines where all the footpaths are. So I think that's going to be one of those, I think a few people are going to do that. But it's a cracking map and I just can't wait for that to come out. It's going to be brilliant. Your enthusiasm is palpable.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice your beehives.
Yeah. I've never done them before, so I just bought them. I was like, well, why not?
3 beehives. I have to say I do like the beehive mod on PC, or the bee mod, where you.
I want fruit trees.
You do want fruit trees. Yeah, we've been saying that. That was one of the things we said, didn't we? We had a list, and again, I apologise if I'm repeating myself, but we had a list from FS 15 of things we wanted in 17, and we were incredibly lucky because one of the things I wanted was conveyor belts, and we got conveyor belts. That was one. That was a big tick. One was you wanted Sandy Bay, didn't you?
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think we didn't do that service. We did a couple of multiplayers on that, and I think because we jumped straight in on multiplayers, I think SealyEG got a bit spooked, and it was that kind of. She said to me yesterday after doing the Alien Gym episode, she felt a little bit like she was a child on a map with adults, and that's why she was very quiet in yesterday's episode. So I think when we did that originally on Sandy Bay, we didn't do that map justice, but we were hoping for the Chrome Big M. That hasn't happened, but there's a few things that, you know, hopefully as time passes we'll get them. But yeah,
Yes.
yours was the fruit trees, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We loved watching that when Daggerwin did the fruit trees and then had the sell point and would go and harvest them and all that. It was brilliant. But yeah, I don't suppose it will. It's something to do with scripts, and I'm never 100% certain. But the other massive thing obviously is going to be the Platinum Edition, which comes out on November the 14th. Yeah, if you haven't seen the videos and stuff, there are plenty of people that got them out there. On my Facebook page, I think I posted the link to them and that on there as well. Plus today, this morning, I posted the very latest of Bullet Bill's videos for the West Coast. That's on my Facebook page as well. But yeah, the new Platinum Edition looks brilliant. I know a few people have complained and said, oh, you know, there's going to be some great stuff on there, but they're not sure about what tractors have been allowed. I can see you in the distance there in the cat. But yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff on the horizon we're looking forward to. I've spent some time today downloading some more music so that when I do my little montages and stuff, I realised I've been using the same clips over and over. So I've downloaded a whole load of new music, a whole raft of new music, including some kind of Latin American type stuff, so that when the new maps come out, if I do some montages and some, you know, time lapses and that kind of stuff, we've got some appropriate music. So yeah, thinking ahead. I'll stop talking now because I know you said this yesterday. I do have that kind of, I talk because I'm so used to doing a video on my own, and I'm constantly talking to the audience and telling them what I'm doing and my musings and thoughts and all that kind of stuff. I tend to hog the airwaves when I'm on with somebody else, and I do apologise. And I apologised to Alien Jim yesterday. I kept doing that. It's difficult because I would happily just play. You know, if you're doing multiplayer, we would just play, but then we probably wouldn't speak. Yeah, and then we would speak, but for me, because I'm actually doing a video, I need to talk to an audience too and explain stuff, and you know. So I'll wind down a little bit now, SealyEG, so you can get a word in edgeways.
That's fine.
You sure?
I like Chrissy's voice. I know that sounds creepy, but
I want your voice.
it's nice.
Okay. Well, you know, when you're older and your voice goes all gravelly, maybe you'll sound like me. I hope not. I hope you don't sound like me. You shouldn't do. As a lady.
Yeah, that might be a bit.
It might be a bit peculiar. Absolutely. Tomorrow, I'm just going to put this out there as well. There may not be a video tomorrow. Possibly. Because we have to go to London tomorrow. So we've got to go into London. We've got some stuff to do, and we might do a bit of, we said because it's holidays, we might do a bit of sightseeing. And I mean, we've been to London before, let's be honest. We live about 25 miles realistically from the centre of London, something like that. So we've been to London a lot, but we might do a bit. So we might get some actual SealyP on tour, or MrSealyp on tour. I might get some pictures up on Twitter tomorrow from our exploits around London. Not that there are going to be many tractors, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
if we can find any tractors in London, I'll put a picture up. Don't you worry. It would be weird. It really would. But we are still searching for that holy grail, aren't we? We're looking for a tractor store, an agricultural machinery store, relatively local to us, because we'd love to pop along and visit and take some pictures. And you know, like I say, whenever I'm out and about, my family get fed up with me just screeching to a halt and jumping out of the car and taking photos of machinery in fields and tractors passing by and all stuff like that. But to actually find a machinery store would be cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, you do. Over to you though, because we need a sheep update. That's becoming the theme now, isn't it? We get our sheep update. You're up to 22 sheep, and you're buying sheep enough for all the names that have been given. But you've had a couple of new names since yesterday.
Yeah. Let me just say this. Yes, I have. So, when was the last? We spoke about Irene, didn't we?
We did. Irene, I think, was the last one.
That's the last one. So we have two more. One was from MrSealyp himself. There's Paddy and then Barbara.
Yeah, Paddy wasn't mine. That was somebody else's. But yeah, Barbara. How are you supposed to say it though?
You have to say it the Barbara. That's
Yeah.
how you say it. You can say the first part like a sheep.
Sorry, yeah, that was just my insanity. You won't believe what's just happened, SealyEG.
Oh dear, what happened?
Can you bring over the Joskin?
Yes,
I've
of
literally
course.
got to the last corner, and there's probably about
And you're full.
3-4 feet of canola, of OSR, and it's just filled the harvester. I mean, the ridiculously smallest amount left to do, and I'm full.
Oh dear.
Well, what's up?
I did it again.
What?
Because I forgot if the New Holland Blue Power had like a deep horn. So I tried to use the horn and then the trailer came off again.
Disconnected the trailer.
And it has a big horn. It's, yeah.
I think the knack to that is keep your finger on L1, do
But
the
I
horn
tried.
with X, but then keep your finger on L1, I think. Because if you take your finger off L1, it registers as detach.
Yeah.
Fantastic, we are emptying. Marvellous, right.
I
Let's
need to go fill this up.
turn that back on. You want to edge forward just a little bit so I can just get this last bit done. And we are there, right. So,
Ah! Now I need to add cultivating to my list of jobs.
you can, that's these two done.
Oh.
Did you take the harvester over to 20 or do I need to take this one over?
No, I was filling up the water for all the animals and I just sold the 2 bales down there that I don't need.
Down.
Was
Oh,
this
you're going to get rid of the brick bunker down there as well?
Yeah. So now
Yeah.
I don't need the brick bunkers on my mods anymore.
SealyEG's been going around removing the brick bunkers because they were a pain, an absolute nightmare. In fact, when we tried to clean up the one over by the dairy farm, because like she said, the collisions didn't seem to work on the sides.
Yeah, it wasn't working.
All the grass had spilled all around. When we actually took the brick bunker away, wasn't grass, it was hay, wasn't it? And then we tried to let's open that header up so I can tow it. And then we tried to collect all the hay. The problem we had was it left the shape of the brick bunker in hay, and we couldn't get rid of it. But I think you managed to get rid of it, haven't you?
Yeah, with the sweeper, which you suggested, and it worked.
Yes, the sweeper, the Raybold, whatever it's called, I can't remember.
Where is this brick bunker?
Right, let's get the beacons on. I'll head over to field 20 then. Is that where I'm going, boss?
I can't find it. Am I being blind?
It's over just next to your greenhouse by your main farm.
Yeah, I know, but on my garage I can't seem to find it.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Has it gone? Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
Anyway, I need to go fill up my piglets with canola, so
We're going to fill up the piglets with canola.
the little, I forgot what it's called, the trough. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. The trough.
The only thing is, this tractor does not like hills. I'm going 6 miles per hour up a hill.
What tractor? There's my field 23, the one I did on episode 1. That's looking good.
Yep.
Ready to harvest.
I also bought field 16. I think I did that yesterday when we weren't recording.
Oh, that was the there was corn in that, wasn't there, up on the hill opposite the little house you got me.
And I did some contracting on 22. It was a harvest and it took a while.
Oh, okay, yeah. 28 you did as well. 20 we... Whoa, and then hit that lamppost then. 20 we cleared yesterday, which has just come up on the left. And... Wind up those lampposts, there we
We
go.
cultivated it and fertilised it.
We have cultivated and fertilised. That's ready for seeding. Whatever you want to put in that, it's going to be up to you.
Okey-dokey.
And we're heading up to the field, so 31, which is up by, is it Mary's farm, isn't it?
Yes.
And the... what's it called? Emerson's?
Pardon?
Emerson's Livestock.
Oh yeah.
This is quite a steep hill, this one up here. I wonder how much this will slow down.
Do you remember, I'm going back to FS15 here, when we just did this huge, I think it was like a great demand on something, and it was that really steep hill going up to the cafe, and then we were both going 1 mile per hour up the hill.
You've got an incredibly good memory, I don't... Yeah.
I love that map.
You
It
get
was
that from your
great.
mum, she's got an incredibly good memory too.
It was, and you literally drove right behind me with just a tractor and like nudged me.
Oh dear.
I'll bring this tractor and trailer over to field 20, no, 31. I was about to say 21 then,
So this one we're leaving straw swaths because you want to collect them up to put in your hay lofts, is that right?
Yes.
Right, okay. No problem, boss.
Boss.
I'm hoping, really am hoping, straw swath is on. It's not. Nope, it's not.
Let me go. Which way's empty? This way's the.
Hang on. This is wheat, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
It's not letting me...
How much canola do I have in storage? 96,000. Was that it? I had more. Alright, coming.
Haha, because I was on the wrong thing, I was still on the header. Sorry, ignore me. Enable straw swath, there we go. It's because I still had the header on, I wasn't on the actual main vehicle. Ugh. Wake up. Right, worker is off on field 31. So do I need to go over to... where's your loading wagon? Is it still over at the dairy farm?
Yeah, there's the big one at the dairy farm.
The big... Oh, you got the Stoutman? Stroutman. It is.
But I think you might need a big, like a horse-powered...
Oh, okay. So I need to come to the main farm and get a bigger horsepower tractor then?
Yeah, maybe get the Challenger.
Oh, okay, fancy. I've barely seen you in this episode. I can hear your voice and so can everyone else, but because we're doing different jobs...
Yes.
That's a lovely view, isn't it? I'm just stopping to appreciate the view.
Okay, the New Holland and the Joskin trailer's up by field 31.
Oh, you're there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, so you were there. I was just looking the wrong way. That's right. Right, okay. Whew. Back at the main farm. What am I taking, the Challenger?
Yeah.
Nice, I haven't used this one. So,
Oh,
let's
pretty
get
good.
up into
I
this.
I was thinking of maybe using one of the ones that you could buy on the PlayStation store, but then I
What
was
do you mean?
like,
Oh, you mean like the
yeah.
Anaconda and the they're all called Viper, was it? Viper, Anaconda,
The one
and...
has double wheels. I was like, no, that's too much.
Oh, the big
I think-
Challenger.
Yeah.
The beacon's on. Oh, this is so cool.
It's a nice tractor.
I've got one of these on my Gold Crest Valley map, but I haven't used this on any of my other ones. The one downside to this is what you were saying, weren't you? Is there's no 3-point linkage on the front. It's the only downside to these.
Because I would want to use it for like mowing or something, but
Mowing with a Challenger.
you could do it on the back, but
You could.
because I swear they do like smaller ones, like actual just normal tractor challenges, don't they?
I don't know. I mean, I've only really known the Challengers as having track units. I haven't really ever looked into the Challenger range as a whole. What they wow, that's close. What they do as a whole.
Your favourite daughter came up with the idea to get you a Challenger for Father's Day.
I have to say, yes, I have quite a large collection of model tractors on my shelving at home. And when it came to Father's Day, they were all racking their brains, and it was SealyEG that came up with the idea, because I've got quite a vast array of different manufacturers. But the one in the UK, especially, I don't know, we have the Seaku, Britain's Toys. There's all various different sort of die-cast models you can get. We couldn't find a Challenger anywhere, but she spoke to her mother, and they got online and they found me one, and I've got one of these as a model on my shelf. So yes, crazy stuff. But anyway, yes, now everyone's now really, really fully aware what an absolute tractor nerd I am. Plus, I've become obsessed with the latest lot now. Is the Brooder is a manufacturer, but it's a much larger scale. I think the ones that I've got, normal models, are 1 to 32, and the Brooders are 1 to 16 scale. I think so they're much bigger, which, you know, much to my wife's annoyance. I've started buying, and I'm trying to find homes for it all. But they're cool. It's really good stuff. Anyway, why have I come to the store? I'm so busy chatting. I know why I've come to the store.
Do you need me to buy something?
No, I've come to the store for some good value barbecue.
No.
I haven't really. I'm joking.
Ice cream.
Oh, we're getting ice creams, are we? Ooh.
Yeah, there's Frosty something.
Frosty Delights.
Yeah,
I can see it on the sign right here. Frosty Delights. Nice. Yeah, I meant to go to the dairy farm. Why did I go to the store? See, too busy chatting again.
God.
Sorry. I have to apologise, boss. I know I'm wasting valuable time. Must observe those stop signs. I don't do that very often.
Yeah, neither do I. But everyone does that.
All over the place in this right. Beacons can come off.
This cultivator for me is always at a slight angle. It's never fully straight.
It does that a lot. That's the flexi coil, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always at like a slight tilt. I don't get it. I thought I broke it or something.
No.
Clearly not.
Autosave, autosave. Ah. Right. Let's set that up.
Oh,
There's nothing in this, is there?
What?
The stout. Oh, it's Stroutman, not Stoutman.
No, that had straw.
Okay, right. I'm heading to field 31 then. We'll go cross country.
Okay. Field 15 is cultivated.
So this is what a lot of people don't normally see, especially in my videos. I generally kind of jump cut. So if I travel from A to B, if it's somewhere I've never been before, I try and keep it on screen so people can see. Ah, okay, that's not so good. I think I went a bit too fast around that bend. I think what I will do. So I'm going to knock down the cruise control a little bit, I think.
I'm going to do a potato harvest or something.
So more sensible speed. Yes, you do. What was I saying? Yeah, normally I jump cut. If it's somewhere I haven't been before, I'll show it so people get an idea of the map and where things are in relation to each other. But when you've done it a few times, sometimes the longer journeys, it's just easier to jump cut and then show the last bit of the journey. But obviously, because we're recording this in one hit, right the way through, we should be fine. Which does mean I've got to waffle on a bit while I'm doing it. Or I could just be quiet for a moment.
But what would the point be for that? You need to talk.
What about?
How amazing I am.
How amazing you are.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to give someone a shout out. It's not going to be you, I'm afraid. Yeah, all right.
I know who it is.
Yeah, you know who it is. I'm going to give a shout out to my son.
Even though he doesn't watch your videos.
Even though he doesn't watch my videos. Doesn't matter. But anyway, he got his GCSE results today, which is, well, it's a UK thing. If you're in America, you wouldn't know what they are. But anyway, he did incredibly well. So impressed with him. I think he got, I'm trying to think now, 3 A stars, 2 A's, and 2 B's, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did incredibly well. One of his biggest weaknesses, and he won't mind me saying this, is maths. He has always struggled with maths, and he was convinced he was going to fail. And he got a B, which was just way above what he expected. So I am incredibly proud, incredibly impressed with him. He worked so hard leading up to his exams, and he deserves the grades he got. Now, there will be people out there saying, oh, you know, my son, my daughter got all A's, all A's. Yeah, you know, everyone's different, but realistically, from what he expected, he surpassed everything we thought he would do. So, hats off to him, well done. I'm incredibly impressed.
Now there's pressure on me.
Now there's pressure on you. You're the last one to go through your GCSEs, so we're expecting amazing things from you.
Of course. Why wouldn't there be?
Naturally, why wouldn't we? You know, this harvest is missing loads of bits.
I know. All of them are. The corn harvest was awful. Don't know why I bother.
No, let me try and get this into
But
position.
then as soon as I got you on the job,
hey,
it's perfect.
you know me. Perfection personified. Well, maybe not. Right, turn this on, drop it down, and let's start collecting up some straw.
Straw.
There's that new mod that came out, was it yesterday? A few little mods came out. I haven't done a review on any of them. 5, yeah. Because I wasn't, you know, it was nothing that particularly really required or needed. But one of them was a front straw swath, like,
Yeah, like
flattener kind of thing. I suppose it's to keep the straw swaths down and in position, ready for the loading wagon to pick them up. But I think in game you don't generally have a problem with the straw drifting off or anything. Anyway, I haven't used it, so I could be doing it a disservice. It could be a cracking bit of kit. I really don't know, but we'll see, won't we?
Yeah. Oh, I need to add potato harvest to my to-do list.
I tell you what, this thing holds what 50,000 litres. I think the Stroutman. You got the big one. I think you decided because you got the haylofts, you were going to switch from the Repex, which was 34,000, up to this.
Yeah, I had too many of them. I had like 3 of the small ones and 1 big one that I thought I had.
Okay. So yeah, so this will hold 50,000 litres, and to be fair, that one strip has just done about 29,000. So you're going to get a fair old bit of straw off this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Mr. Strip.
What else?
Cultivating.
Oh, what are you doing? Cultivating 20? No, we did 20. What are you doing? What field?
I've just cultivated 15 and it's nearly finished 14.
15. Where are we on the map?
One
Oh, the
that
2 we
farm.
just did. Oh yeah, by the farm. I should have stayed over there, really, shouldn't I? Because we've barely seen you in this episode.
Okay, we can do that.
Well, I suppose what we could do, I'm looking at my timer, and we're looking at about just under 8 minutes. Yep, I'm full. We're looking at just under 8 minutes. I know, it's done it again, it's flown by.
This is unfair.
Yeah, but the thing is, we could just continue on. I could just keep resetting the timer and redoing the recording, and then we could put out like a 3-hour episode, and then people would get bored after a little while. Little and often, little and often. No, you know, people, you know, they'll watch an episode and they'll want to see more. If we put one out, you're becoming incredibly cocky, young lady.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm becoming increasingly concerned that people are actually tuning in to watch you, not me now.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm actually sure. They love me.
Oh, okay.
Everyone.
Oh, okay. Not everyone, apparently. But,
Oh.
no, I don't care. It's fine. It's alright. I've got thick skin. I just want everyone to love me. I'm joking.
No.
Oh, dear.
One of those headers isn't folded properly.
Oh, this has got a bit of a wobble on.
Uh-oh. Ready?
No, what I was going to say was, yeah, with a few minutes left, we could always finish over at Frosty Delights and have an ice cream, couldn't we? Then we can see.
Oh, yeah, drop everything right now.
Drop everything right now. I've got
Actually,
about.
wait, no. I have a jet wash in my hand, so...
Yeah, don't just drop it. You need to put it away very, very neatly.
No, I'm not leaving.
Here's a question for you. If you use your jet wash to clean all your tractors, how do you clean your jet wash?
You need another jet wash and another jet wash. It's a chain.
I know, that would drive you insane, wouldn't it?
That's from Friends with the Hoover situation.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. She's like, there's a Hoover to clean the floor, but what do you use to hoover off the dust from Hoover?
Oh, okay. A smaller Hoover.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we've got a couple of fields done, harvested, and then we were in the process of harvest. I'll put my teeth back in. We're in the process of harvesting field 31 and getting the straw swaths off, which will go into the hayloft, which is over at the dairy farm. You're obviously now cultivating and doing all the bits you're doing.
That's done.
But I'm now going to head up to the dairy farm, then we'll whiz up to the town, we'll find Frosty Lights and we'll go in and grab an ice cream.
Yay!
Nice. Favourite flavour?
Ooh,
Oh,
I don't know.
that's a big decision, that one, isn't it?
It
If I
is.
put you on the spot.
What's your favourite flavour?
My favourite flavour of ice cream? Coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee flavoured ice cream, you just cannot beat. I mean, you probably can, but yeah, coffee flavoured ice cream? Oh, Lush.
Oh,
Right, let's unload this.
my favourite flavour is... I don't know. I haven't really had like... Normally I have like Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, okay.
I
So
like
the
cookie
weird
dough.
mixture stuff sort of thing. Okay.
But I think I just like chocolate.
I just like chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, now bring the challenger up. I'm not sure actually where the Frosty Delight store is. You know where it is?
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, okay. I'll come find you then.
I was prepared.
Cool. We'll finish with an ice cream. What?
I know how you can clean the jet wash.
Yeah.
You just use the jet wash.
Yeah, it's got a long enough. I did wonder whether you would say that actually.
I just noticed. My mind's blown. Oh, wait, no, you can't come yet. You can't. Are you going back to the main farm?
No, No, we're going to the Frosty Delights. I thought you were there.
Oh, I was going to go in my hiding spot.
No, I'm looking for Frosty Delights. I want an ice cream.
Oh, okay.
This is
Okay,
hot work.
I'm going to beat you there.
Of course you are, because you're going to cheat, aren't you?
No?
Really?
You're already there.
Yeah, I've just pulled up.
No.
Pulled up outside the Delights of Frosty.
You don't know where it is.
It's next to Patterson Sandwich Gold Mine.
Shh.
See, look, I'm right outside now. Patterson's
second.
Sandwich Gold Mine. Actually, what we'll do...
Haha, I'm here. Haha.
Right.
Got it. Haha. 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 Okay, I'm ready.
I think that's the point that Jim made yesterday. This is how you normally are, and you were very quiet yesterday. Right, so
I'm excited.
Frosty Delights. So what ice cream are you gonna have?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Extra sprinkles.
Oh, nice. Well, if they've got coffee, I'll have coffee. And what's that place down in? It's a place called Croyd Bay down in Devon. There's an ice cream place there. Oh. Anyway, you can have a clotted cream put over the top of it. Coffee and clotted cream. How nice would that be?
You're paying though.
I'm paying.
Yeah.
What? Okay, fair enough. I'll pay.
I'm joking, it's fine. I'll pay. It's fine.
Right, okay. Well, that's it from us for another episode. An hour has flown by again. We're going to go and grab ice cream, which will be
Yay!
nice. I hope you've enjoyed it. I wouldn't say you found it particularly informative or useful, but I hope you've enjoyed it anyway, from whatever perspective. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do.
Thanks for watching!
Thanks for watching. See you again on the next one.